So here is to why my daughter remained in that house, even when even when they took everything from her. That poor girl saw hell. I don't want to cry when I'm telling the stories, so I'm going to be strong because when I cry, I can't talk well. That poor girl saw hell. She saw hell. She saw hell, yes. I was just talking to one of their friends a few days ago. He stumbled on my video and she called me and she was like, I was just listening to this video and I wasn't sure it was you, but then when the story went on and on and on, I realized it is you. I won't be mentioning names here. So this person was like, I listened to an extent and I was like, what type of story am I hearing? So they quickly called me. And in the course of our talking, she said, I saw this girl last year. I saw her right before they took her to Nigeria. She said she was looking like a ghost. He said that girl was already spiritually dead at that point. He said, and I was concerned. So I asked the father, I asked the man, what is wrong with your daughter? Why is she looking this way? Why is she acting this way? And he said, oh, forget about it. You know, when children became old, when they grow up, they start to act strange and funny. And this person said, no, what I saw that day was not strange and funny. What I saw was a child going through pain. What I saw was a child that has almost lost her brain. What I saw was a child who was no longer here with us. He said he insisted and told him, no, you people should take care of this child. This child doesn't look right. I mean, she's so withdrawn. She's not. The lady said she and this girl were very close, you know, they were close. And for the girl to see her and just go to one corner of the house and sit was strange to her. So she said they told her they were going to Nigeria. And when they got to Nigeria, they got in touch. I mean, they were talking and all that. And he still reminded them, please watch this child. So when people say, why did she talk? My baby was under hypnosis. The moment they found out that she already told them that she was coming to me because she confronted them. She confronted them and asked them for the truth. And they said, oh, don't worry about it. Let's just go to Nigeria. When we come back, we're going to be the one to take you to your mother. So this girl followed them to Nigeria. And only God knows what they went to do to her in Nigeria. But for sure, I know that something happened to her in Nigeria. After extracting whatever they want to extract from her, or after getting whatever they want to get from her, they further numbed her. I told you these people are diabolic. They knew that my daughter was going. So they didn't want her to go just like that. If not, why did they just think of having twins when she turned 22? Why didn't they think of having twins when she was 10, when she was 5, when she was 15, when she was 7, or any time during her childhood? It only occurred to them that this girl is gone because she told them she was leaving. That is why they quietly took her to Nigeria and they numbed her spiritually. Because they said when my baby came back to America, they said she wasn't looking like a human being anymore. They said she wasn't looking, she went back as a plump girl. She came back as a very skinny girl. She came back as a very skinny girl because something was going on. Something was happening already. They had already numbed her. They already closed her up, just like they did to me. That was why a 22-year-old American girl stayed back in the house. Even when they said they bought her a car. Even when they said she had a car she never drove. They put that car online the day they brought it. Oh, we bought her a car. Who buys a car for their daughter and start announcing it? I mean, car is nothing here in America. So who announces car? Who announces a car online? Not even a brand new car. Oh, we bought her a car. We just bought her a car. And that was what he also said during his eulogy. He said, we went to Virginia. We picked up a car for her from a dealership. Who says that during a child's burial? Because they want to validate themselves. They want people to always see what they are doing. That's why whatever they did to her, they put it online. Thank God online was what finally nailed them. When they put those twins online, that was where their friends started attacking them. So my daughter could not talk. She could not say anything. She could not go anywhere because she's no longer here, but she's here. Because since she passed, I feel her presence. She's trying to communicate to me, and I'm not playing. And I told her, baby girl, go ahead, talk to me. She's been trying to communicate to me. And one day, many things will come out. So whenever I'm telling you this story, especially talking about my child, especially recounting her ordeal, take it from me that I know what I'm saying. So baby girl could not talk, could not run out of the house. She was not a typical American child. She already was numbed, spiritually numbed, psychologically numbed, physically numbed, emotionally numbed. How can a child not be numb if the so-called father starts molesting her from a young age? And whatever I'm saying here is not mere say. I know what I'm talking about. That is why I'm out here washing my dirty linen in the public. I don't care what people say because of what I'm saying or because of me talking. Abuse me, I will take it for my child. Insult me, I will take it for my child. Yes, that's the price I have to pay for my child. Say anything you like, I will gladly accept it for my baby girl. Because God knows I fought. I tried my best to get her out. But because of all their diabolic suppressions, the police will not listen to me. Here in America, I took them for restraining order 17 times. I couldn't get one. So what are we talking about? These people are diabolic. So let me go back to my daughter. That is why she couldn't say anything. Because she was not a normal child anymore. The moment she started talking about me, they fixed her up. Yeah, they fixed her. If not so, a 22-year-old, even at 18, she would have run out of the house. But this girl is so numb that, like, when you put her here to sit here, anywhere you keep her, she sits, she doesn't move. This lady who spoke to me at length yesterday was telling me how she was wondering what was wrong with her. They wouldn't let this girl go to any party except you come to their house, you see her. And it's only few people that go to their house. Because these people went and bought a house in a very, very, very far place. It's almost 2 hours to drive to where they are, right here in Maryland from my house. So if you don't have the time and you don't have the money, the leisure, you will not go to visit them. So they were isolated. The man and his wife would take themselves out to DC, lodge in a hotel for days, and leave this girl there. So why would she run out? And when they finally brought her from Nigeria, after extracting what they extracted from her, they dumped her in the house and they traveled back. And even when they dumped her in that house, she still did not have the sense. This is a girl who already saw her mother. This is a girl who already said she was leaving. They dropped her back. They were not even scared that she was going to run away. They were not scared that she was going to open the door and go look for me. They dropped her and they flew back to Nigeria, leaving her all alone in that house. Because why? They already fixed her up. They know she cannot move anywhere. And when they got to Nigeria, she had to kill herself in the house. Who does that? Who does that? So please, when you're asking me why she not run out, why did she go away, just pray you don't meet this type of people. They dealt with me. Yes, they dealt with me. And they dealt with my daughter. They tied me in those days. I couldn't even call. I would just come back and sit in the house. They tied me for almost 6-7 years until I started talking again in 2018. So I hope this answers the question of why did she not run out of the house? Why did she behave like an American child?